My name is Hannah. I'm 24 years old and live in the city. I'm a model by profession, but I only model for flyers and other clothing lines. I also work as an influencer, but only on a part-time basis. I currently live with my husband. We are actually newlyweds. My husband Robert and I went to college together. We hit it off in the same circles. And that's how our relationship began. After we started to work, we remained close. We were married as a matter of course. I knew that with the kind of serious character of Robert, there would be no problems, and that it would be a happy marriage. I had no idea that it would turn out like that. After we decided to get married, we decided to go to my parents-in-law's house immediately. Robert's parents live in the countryside, far from the city. His father is retired from his job and his mother is still working as a teacher. I was so excited to see what kind of people Robert's parents are. And Robert said, "Hannah, you're bright and pretty, so I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure they love you." I had no worries. I was looking forward to meeting my in-laws. But then, "Oh, you're Hannah." "Yes, it's nice to meet you, mother-in-law." And my mother-in-law frowned. "Who is your mother-in-law?" "I don't want you to call me mother-in-law." "What?" "You're still dressed like a disgrace. Your hair is dyed, and even your eyebrows are brown. They said a man's grooming is his character. I wonder if you're a sloppy dresser. How dare you marry my Robert?" That was the first thing my mother-in-law said when I met her. Robert was astonished and impatient. "Hey, Mom, that's a little rude. Besides, Hannah is well dressed. What are you talking about? Hannah, don't worry about it." He was on my side. "If you're coming to announce us your marriage, you're supposed to come with dark hair. I can't give our Robert to someone who doesn't know manners or who doesn't know how to behave." When she said that, my mother-in-law sprinkled salt on me. "Hey, stop! Mom, stop it!" Robert desperately tried to restrain my mother-in-law and calm her down. Then my father-in-law appeared from the back of the room. "I'm sorry I'm late. I was in the bathroom. I heard more screams than anything else. What's going on?" Robert explained the situation. "Hannah, I'm so sorry. My wife hasn't quite caught up with her son's marriage yet. I'll take care not to be rude to you in the future. So, please let her off the hook this time." With that, my father-in-law bowed his head. But when I turned him away, I guess it's a real thing to throw salt on someone when you turn someone away. Surprised, it was something fresh. It seems to make bad spirits disappear, doesn't it? Robert and my father-in-law both burst out laughing. The place was at ease at once. Only my mother-in-law looked miffed and disapproving. After that, my mother-in-law continued to harp on my family background and work. My father-in-law chided her every time she did so. That's how we greeted each other before we got married. I thought that if I took the time to get to know my mother-in-law, I was optimistic that I could get along with her over time. We got married on our dating anniversary. We were celebrated with my model friends and social media followers. It was a very happy day. Although I am at the bottom of the modeling world, my number of followers on social media, I also started getting offers to advertise cosmetics from time to time. After that, Robert and I had a peaceful honeymoon. And the first New Year's Day after our marriage, my in-laws proposed that we go on a trip to a hot spring. It's a famous place in Robert's hometown for a delicious meal with plenty of seafood and an open-air bath with a view of the sea. "Robert, I'm so looking forward to the hot spring trip. Thank you to your mom and dad. What souvenir should I bring? I was so looking forward to the New Year's with my husband and his family. And as the year came to close, we brought a lot of souvenirs with us. We went to the hotel that my in-laws had reserved for us. However, we were on the train. Robert received a phone call. What? Don't tell me now. I can mail it later. Really? Then I don't have a choice. Okay. I'll just have Hannah to go ahead. Robert hands up the phone with a sigh. Sean, I asked. She told me to bring your graduation album today. She wants to see it at a family reunion in this New Year's. My grand-aunt on my father's side insisted. She wants me to bring it. Mom will pay for the transportation. I'll go back and get it. You can go ahead. I see. It's a bit stressful for you. Is it okay with them looking at your school yearbook, you don't mind? No, not at all. I'm glad they're interested in me. Good. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead to the hotel and get some rest. Robert said that and got off the next station. Went straight on the train and arrived at the hotel. I went to the lobby. I found my mother-in-law sitting alone on the sofa. It's been a while. Where is father-in-law? He is in the restroom. Oh, I see. Here's the souvenir. I hope it suits your taste. When I held out the souvenir, my mother-in-law knocked it on the floor. I don't like sweets. You bought it at random without thinking about it. My mother-in-law started to get angry. No. Robert told me that you like pumpkin pies, so I picked it up for you. Perhaps your taste buds had changed? I understand. I've been preferring fish to meat lately, too. Huh? But the pumpkin pies here are very famous. I made reservation a month ago in advance and stood in line early in the morning to buy them. Please try them. They're so good your cheeks will fall off. Why you're smiling so goofily? You're such a pain in the ass. My mother-in-law exclaimed, looking more and more annoyed. I'm sorry. Did I say something to offend you? Shut up! I see. I guess all the pumpkin pies make your mouth dry up. Yes, there's tea too, please. That's not what I meant. Let me tell you something. I don't have a reservation for you today. It's just me, my son, and my husband. You're the only outsider staying in the field, do you understand? Now get the hell out of my sight. My mother-in-law said with a triumphant look on her face and went away. I was overwhelmed by my mother-in-law's tremendous energy, but I was so surprised. Is this what they call marriage bullying? I had an amazing experience. I let all my followers know about it on social media. I decided to post the details of what just happened to me. I have only seen the marriage bullying story on the internet or YouTube video, so I was a little moved by the fact that I actually experienced it. With a light-hearted feeling of, I got a good story, I clicked the submit button. After that, I went to the front desk and got a room by myself. I decided to stay in a higher grade room, one I was going to stay in with my mother-in-law and her family. I decided to relax and wait for Robert. I checked my cell phone in my room. I found that I had received more responses to my marriage bullying post than I had ever imagined. They're all very angry on my behavior. What's this? In the comment section, I found a URL that caught my attention, and when I pressed the URL, the screen changed and a video started playing. I saw a distant image of my mother-in-law and me. My mother-in-law's loud yelling can be clearly heard in the video. This is from earlier when she was bullying me. Oops, someone must have filmed it. Still, it's a good shot. Smartphones these days are so powerful. Anyway, I thought it was a bad idea. Immediately, I submitted a deletion request, but the video got a lot of views. The video went viral at an incredible rate, and the comment section too. That mother-in-law doesn't have common sense, poor Hannah, the hysterical mother-in-law. The comments from onlookers were overflowing, and the situation was in a state of petty inflammation. Robert arrived and I told him what had happened. He was furious with his mother. When he saw the video, he became even more heated. I didn't think my mother was that kind of person. Hannah, I'm so sorry, he said, expressing his sincere disdain for his mother. After that, Robert went to his parents' room. When he explained the situation to his father, who knew nothing about it, he was furious. It seems that Robert and my father-in-law made my mother-in-law very tight. After a while, Robert, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law came to my room. Hannah, my wife has done something really terrible. I'm sorry. Here, you apologize too. My father-in-law urged my mother-in-law to apologize. My mother-in-law was very reluctant. I'm sorry. After saying that, she said, But you have the nerve to stay in such a nice room, and started to be sarcastic again, to which I replied, Have you seen my social media? This is a lot of trouble right now. I asked her. I don't do social networking. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, take a look at this. When I showed my mother-in-law the videos and the comments, my mother-in-law's face got paler and paler. What is this? What is that video up? It's your fault. Delete it. It's like someone was secretly filming our words. I want to delete it too, but it's gone viral. No. People all over the country are watching this. They're blaming me. I'm scared. How am I supposed to live with myself from now on? I mean, not only the whole country, the whole world. For now, I'll be filming a steady request to have it removed, but it may never disappear completely from the internet. The video was carefully translated and subtitled. The video with subtitles were broadcasted to foreign countries as well. My mother-in-law has become free material for Nazism all over the world. When my mother-in-law realized that she couldn't easily erase it, she sat on the floor in a daze. If you hadn't lashed out at Hannah in the first place, none of this would have happened. You should reflect on that. My father-in-law gave my mother-in-law one last smack in the face. He took my mother-in-law, who had lost all her strength, back to her room. After that, Bert and I enjoyed our trip to the hot spring and returned home very satisfied. It's going to be another great year. Later, a parent who saw the video complained to the school board. My mother-in-law had to resign from her job because she was no longer able to work there. My mother-in-law has been a teacher for a long time. The position and honor she had built up as a teacher were gone. All that remained was the title of marriage bullying. Since then, she has become concerned about the eyes of the neighbors. She's now living quietly and peacefully. Robert, who can't seem to forgive his mother, declared to his mother that he would never see her again. He is upset that even if she has grandchildren, he will not allow them to see them. This automatically means that I no longer have anything to do with my mother-in-law. I still keep in touch with my father-in-law, who is very kind to me. Do overhear what my mother-in-law is up to, though. I still live happily with Robert. Thanks to the buzz around my marriage bullying video, I've become more famous. I've become more and more active as a model and influencer. I even started getting consolations about mother-in-law problem. I hope to continue to enjoy my life.